All right, time for the weekend. Woo! Hurry up. Tomorrow is the name of the new record. Let's just start it from the top. It's 90 minutes. We're not going to get through all of it. Yeah, I know. It's long. It's big. I know.
Stop these long. Unless you're Ethel Kane, don't do it.
He might pull it off, though. I don't know.
Let's hope.
I feel like he has been getting conceptual lately, especially with the last album. So, yeah, let's just, again, we're not playing this entire fucking album, but let's just take it from the top and just see how we get through. And here we go. Boom. It's really going into the MJ influence.
It's really
big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's close to midnight.
He doesn't give a fuck at this point. He's like, I could do it. I could totally fuck Michael Jackson's sound. It doesn't matter at this point. No more slight references and nods. Who produced it? Justice? Seriously?
Really?
It's fire.
Damn.
That's fire. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, transition time. Transition time. All right. Pause. What thoughts so far?
I'm loving this so far. He's nailing it. It's energetic. He sounds hungry. And
it's cinematic. It's epic.
Cinematic.
It's layered. It's huge.
The more I'm reading about it, there's different versions of the album. So the first pressing on vinyl and CD is only a 41-minute running time with 11 songs. And the first track is even on that. The very first cut is on the CD version.
What?
And then there's a bonus edition with 2 extra tracks. And then the official thing is 84 minutes long. So Wake Me Up is even on the actual CD. So if you buy the CD today, that song's not on there.
That's crazy.
And there's a ton of uncredited features on here as well.
There sort of seems to be a bit of a trend lately where it's like they put the album up, they don't talk about the features, they don't list anything,
right?
And it's sort of like they'll put it out later.
Build
I don't
the hype.
know, like I think like with a lot of artists, like features give people so many expectations.
That's true.
In terms of like, oh, this person's on this track is going to sound like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And letting people sort of have the opportunity to just kind of like hear it without that bias.
Yeah, just discover it organically. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, come up with their own preconceptions without basing it off of like who's on the track or whatever. But so far, goddamn, that was a sparkly fire-ass instrumental. The vocal performances were great.
Loving it.
I loved the Justice, grooves on that first track, and just the whole MJ homage thing was fantastic. It just sounded really good. Abel's just smashing it. He's smashing it.
Great job.
Let's listen to Sao Paulo, which as a teaser I thought was pretty cool. He's kind of embracing almost that Cardi sort of vibe, but also kind of doing a bit of a Brazilian funk twist to it, which I thought was really cool. Really unique genre combination there. But obviously it might vibe a little differently in the context of the record. Let's hit it and see how it feels in the context of the album. Love that volume intensity there at the very finish. I'm really taken with those like just really stuttering, jittery vocal samples, and I love that wonky, weird funk mixing. It's just crazy. It's chaotic, but also it's typically a pretty intense genre groove wise, and just kind of like how abrasive and noisy it can be. But I like that Abel elevated it into something just epic sounding. Just like really. Just stadium, just arena sized. Yeah, I'm really liking so far, and I hope this continues. I'm really liking the continuous vibe of the whole thing. It just sounds like this never ending kind of holistic experience. And it was a single.
Cool.
And to your point, I feel like the track is a little long. It is, maybe a little long for what it is at 5 minutes. I feel like it's kind of interesting hearing it executed in the way that it is in this larger record that, again, just sort of seems like one track's passing off the momentum to the next track and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. It's like he's doing his own little musical movie. Until We're Skin and Bones, this is just kind of an interlude cut, and then we go into Baptized in Fear. Let's continue through the album. Here we go. Okay, that's just the THX sound.
That was
the
audience is now deaf.
That's just when you're watching the movie in surround sound.
That was incredible.
That's all that is. Okay, pause. We gotta pause.
That was amazing.
We gotta pause. That was a crazy transition.
Damn, that was good.
That was a crazy transition. Again,
So smooth.
Those analog synths, those Thriller vibes. He's really bringing like an electro flair to the classic moodiness of like the trilogy era, and it sounds fantastic. It sounds really
works
good.
so well.
Songs are so good. The vocal performances are killer.
He sounds amazing.
The transitions are great. This is holy shit.
This is gonna be a contender.
You know, Dawn FM was a really great album in my opinion, but it was a very heady record. You know, not exactly like I think his most straightforward or exciting on first listen. You know, I think it takes a little bit to get into. This feels like just as epic as that, but it's like instantaneous. Like it's immediately exciting.
Yeah, and accessible. Yeah.
Like
right.
it's really direct. It hits you with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of throttle behind it.
Lyrical depth.
But it still sounds like, you know, still sounds larger than life. It still sounds super conceptual and cinematic, like what he was going for on that record. It's a good balance between, you know, sort of like your head and your hips coming together. All right, let's continue on to this next track. Opening night, more of a transitional moment, but then we'll hear the next one, Reflections Laughing. Outside of the, you know, transitional bits, the songs are all dense. They're 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yep.
This record's a thick boy. It's a thick boy.
We like that.
Yeah, no, we like it. We like it. I respect it.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Let's keep the momentum going.
Don't you let me down if you let me drown.
That sounds like a down-pitched Travis.
We're still on Reflections. Yeah, it's Travis and Florence Welch. She's on there too.
Oh, Florence Welch?
Yeah.
Able to be like, don't let the industry take you from me, baby. I heard you. I know you're fucking awake. You fucking idiot. I know you're in that hotel, cooped up in that hotel room, awake all by yourself, you dummy.
You stupid idiot.
You stupid idiot. You barely finished the show, baby. Don't let the...
Two-step stutter, wrapped around my wrist.
And I mean, as far as a track that was like fully pitched like that, it didn't sound that bad.
No, it's fine.
It's like maybe out of context, a normal Travis Scott feature would have made sense, but like I feel like that was sort of it's over woozy now kind of vibe.
Yeah, you're zooted.
Like it sort of makes sense in the context of the story of the album so far.
Can't feel my face anymore. I don't wanna give you.
But listen, we know Future's reputation. He's not usually like this. He's not usually like this about somebody on a track.
He's
This
vulnerable.
Is not his thing. He's vulnerable. He's
putting it all out there.
Feelings. He's feeling feelings. All right, let's keep it going. Future with feelings.
Want the drugs, don't want the drugs.
Got out my feelings.
Future and Abel teaming up on some feels.
Loved
Enjoy
it.
the show. Wow, another epic ballad track. The momentum's slowing down a little bit. We're getting more in our emotions on these middle point cuts, but I'm not unhappy about that. Given Up on Me is the next one on the record. Almost 6 minutes in length. Let's give it a spin and see what it's got. The journey continues on the new Weeknd album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. More epic than Dawn FM, more cinematic than Dawn FM so far. The bangers are banging. The moody tracks are moody. And Abel's smashing it on the vocal front on every track. He's making great, smart production choices on every song. It sounds new, and simultaneously, it sounds like a lot of his old stuff too. It sounds like he's going back to a lot of his older ideas and kind of like refurbishing them in a way, like I'm almost doing with them what he's maybe always wanted to do on some level, or kind of weaving to get them together in kind of a narrative way. It's interesting, you know. Again, it's really, it feels like really like a summation.
Love me, love me, love me. Say you do.
Ooh, Nina sample.
Let me fly away with you.
Digging it.
Whoa,
Ooh.
switcheroo.
Lie.
God damn.
That was smooth.
So smooth. So impeccably smooth.
Early 70s Philly soul vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Digging it.
Absolutely. The instrumentation is so good. The background vocals really made it.
Yeah, that rule. Damn.
God, those
You know-
changes are so good.
You know what's crazy too is like the CD version that comes out is missing like 11 songs or whatever it is. Like that's not on there. That's such a great song. It's not on the CD.
What could the intention behind that even be?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to I'm looking at the track list as we're playing it for the CD as well. There must be some sort of shorter narrative he's trying to tell with just the core 11 songs we picked for the CD release. I'm not really sure what the reasoning is.
Yeah, maybe. Could be a
Or a collector's item curio,
collector's item thing.
buy the day it comes out and then the real one comes out soon.
Again, it could be a matter of making more money on streams, having more streams out there, or maybe just like not really having faith in the physical format, because obviously like doing it that way, you're not printing a double album.
It would have been a 2 CD set.
It would have been
Yeah,
a 2 CD set.
absolutely.
And the thing is like double or triple LPs, 2 CDs. Maybe it's not something he was ready to do or the label wanted to do. I don't know, but he's the Weeknd.
Yeah, he can get away with something like that.
Yeah, he could absolutely.
People
he's
would enjoy
the
it.
most streamed artist of his generation.
Right. They would enjoy a 2 CD set from him of a new album.
Yeah.
He can do that. He's got that kind of influence.
So yeah, it's just interesting. Maybe it's something that like we're going to do like a shorter, littler physical version now, and then sort of like maybe expand it or something.
Yeah, down
Do
the
like
line.
do a whole thing version. Or
That way
something.
people buy it several times and stream it several times.
Yeah,
and
maybe. So, I don't know. Are we about to hit a speed bump over here? Let's see.
I want to hear the Abyss.
Up my wrist, go. Exotic all over her body.
Okay. Still a big synthy finish.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's an argument to be made that was like maybe the weakest song we've heard so far.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
But like, was it terrible? And yeah, somebody earlier said like, wasn't this out like a while ago? Yeah, it's called a single. They get released before an album is out.
They promote the record.
They help generate interest. But yeah, I mean, so far, really impressive. Really impressive. Impressed with the production, impressed with the vibes, impressed with the versatility, impressed with some of the experiments he's doing and some of the ways he's enhancing a lot of his classic sounds and ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm digging it so much.
Again, really his musical film so far. It's quite something.